Heidi。人人都話英國嘅 cost of living 平過香港好多喎，咁究竟係咪真嘅呢？英國人究竟肯俾人工嘅幾多 % 去租一間屋呢？而佢哋又會租到啲咩屋呢？同等嘅價錢喺香港租到嘅屋，佢哋又肯唔肯接受呢？我哋是但捉啲英國人嚟睇下。Do you think the rent in the UK is expensive or reasonable?
Expensive.
Expensive.
It's expensive.
Very expensive in the UK, especially in London. You know, if you live in cities that are very busy, it's very expensive.
Rent, I think it's an absolute disgrace.
Disgrace.
A national disgrace, yeah. There's so much wealth in this country is derived from increasing property prices, leading to much greater inequality. So the people who have houses compared to the people who don't have properties and can't get on the housing ladder, I think it's a national disgrace. I mean, I've worked in homelessness services all my life, so I think it's a basic human right for people to have somewhere secure and safe and decent to live. So many people are really working really hard just to survive, and I think people are paying so much money in rent, it's leaving them so little then for food.
Right now, cost of living is high. People, they don't afford to pay the rent houses because they don't have a job. When they had to get the jobs, it's difficult to pay rent.
How much is the rent per month in average?
Maximum rent is in the UK, when you live in council house, is 500, not including electric and water, it's just separate. That's the cheapest one. If you are landlord, it's more expensive than the council houses.
Myself, I pay around 1,200 a month. You know, that's for a 2-bedroom apartment. But on average, I'll probably say around, 600-700 a month for a decent place, yeah. Yeah, 1 bedroom. And that's in Nottingham, but in London, you'll be looking at a lot more.
But if you're living in London, then it's definitely around 1,200 to 1,500. I was sharing it with my friends, so we were all paying around £550 each, and it was bills included. Because of the bills increasing every year, I think this year you could get it around 600 to 700 pounds.
What's the percentage out of your salary per month?
The percent out of my salary? Approximately, wow. Let's say around, can I do a calculation?
Yeah. Of course.
Let's say if this is the average per 100. About 20%.
20%?
Yeah, about 20%, yeah.
So 20% is a healthy percentage to rent a house, right?
It's not. It should be free, but 20% is okay. It depends what you like, what you're into. You know, if you want something affordable, you might want to go for less than 20%.
So what is your ideal budget for renting a house? What percentage out of the monthly salary for rent is healthy?
50%, about £800 a month.
Yeah, I'd say like 600, 700 per month for one person. Around 900, I think, would be enough for 2 people.
I don't think it should be more than 40% of
40.
Will be around 800, 900. I think that would be a good budget, yeah.
If it's 1 bedroom and kitchen, my maximum payment is 400.
400?
Yeah.
Can you find a house here in the UK for 400
No.
a month? No.
No. But you're asking me for my...
Your ideal budget.
For my,
True. So 800 to 900, what kind of house can I get here in Nottingham?
In Nottingham, you'll probably be able to get maybe a 2-bedroom house.
What do you think I can get if I use 800 to 900 to rent a house in Hong Kong?
A big house.
A big house.
A big house. It would be better.
It would be much better.
Better?
Yeah, I think so.
How about you?
I think I would judge it based on the population, so I would say it would be the same or worse.
I haven't been to Hong Kong, but I hear about it also. It's expensive. Is it true?
Yeah. I'm guessing not much.
Maybe a 1-bedroom.
1 bedroom.
A 1-bedroom.
Okay, now I'm gonna refill to you.
Don't tell me it's cheaper.
Oh my goodness.
Basically, you don't have a bedroom. The bed is here.
Right.
And the kitchen is here. And the toilet is here. The shower head is just right above the toilet. Yeah.
Oh my god.
And the bed is here.
What is that? Is that a studio? Is that what is it?
This is called subdivided unit.
It looks
everything
okay
is.
here. Yeah, £700.
Yeah, £700 a month.
700.
Yes.
Do you think that's expensive?
What do you think? No.
No.
I mean, for that, personally, I wouldn't. It looks very small.
Especially if you've got people like coming over all the time, you just can't do much. Like, how are you meant to go to the toilet while people are in the same
Yeah.
Wow. I think that's very expensive. You know, for what you get, it's very, very expensive. I can't lie.
Is it Wi-Fi, electric, everything, water included bills?
The bills is separate.
Oh, 700
Yeah.
is just for the rent.
Yes.
Okay.
And if you can increase your budget to $1,000, you can get a one-bedroom apartment, something like this.
Okay.
Wow. I would not even be able to fit in that bedroom.
Yeah, true.
What's the size of the bed?
Is it what
I
you
think the-
kind of expect?
I'd say the UK one that I'm getting under 1,000 is better than this one.
Would you accept this if you have £1,000?
No.
No.
If I can get a better one, I'll try searching for
I
that
would
one.
accept this in London, not in Nottingham though.
Yeah.
Nottingham you can get better.
I didn't actually include a 3-bedroom one, but I can show you the 2-bedroom. This is more decent house,
Yeah.
you can see. But can you guess the rent
Oh
per
my god, it'll
month?
be ridiculous. 4,000, 4,000, 5,000.
If we are talking about this particular flat, it costs 16.
Are you serious right now, bro?
No, 16,000 Hong Kong dollar, 1,600 pounds per month. But
Still a lot more. Yeah.
yes,
Why is it so expensive?
because in Hong Kong the space is too little and there is a lot of people there,
Oh,
so
right,
we
right,
get
okay,
to use up every space. Also, I want you to see this. Have you seen this before?
What is that?
This is called space capsule home, as known as coffin home.
Is
so-
this house?
So basically, each capsule
Yeah.
contains one bed.
So what if you get locked inside and you can't get out? What happens? And how much is that for, that one?
You can guess.
Like 600?
Will you pay 600 for it?
For that?
Yeah.
No.
How much will you pay for it?
Like 100. How much is it?
200 to 400.
No, this is very tiny and it's not good sharing toilet as well. Is this the kitchen as well?
Yes. And you have to share with other people. You just get a bed basically.
That's
alright, really?
It's alright. I mean, it's life, innit? You know, you have to do what you have to do to get where you want to be. You know, if that's what you have to do right now, you might as well. You know, you can't be looking at what other people are doing. Just do what's best for you. For me, if I was in a situation where I couldn't afford it, definitely 100% I'll do it.
So if someday here in the UK the rents become as high as it is in Hong Kong, what's your plan?
To move back home.
Move out.
Move out. Move to other country.
We're internationals anyway.
It really doesn't affect me because I have a property, so
I started off me and my wife were kind of student nurses, really. We earned enough money to buy our first house. That was back in 1980, 81. Back then was really, really easy. We could buy a house on student nurse salaries, so you know that's not a lot of money really. Whereas today, people are really, really struggling, to pay the rent, and so they can't save up enough money for a deposit to buy a house. It's a completely different world now, really.
So do you think for the youngster, is it better for us to rent a house or buy a house?
eventually buy, but you wouldn't be able to afford to buy at the minute. So initially rent and then eventually buy.
Renting a house is you're basically paying money to increase someone else's wealth at some point in time when their mortgage is paid off.
In the long term, it will belong to you. In a few years' time, you can always sell it and make your money back on it.
No matter what kind of quality of house, it also increases your sense of ownership of your life as well, and control of your life if you own your house.
So where are you from?
Pakistan.
Oh, Pakistan.
Yeah.
The cost of living is much lower
If you compare to the average wage, it's higher. Like people there can't afford it.
What is the average rent for one bedroom in Pakistan?
I'd say around
It's much
one,
lower.
100 to 150 pounds. It's because of the exchange rate, you know.
But it's so sad that more than 50% of our population can't even afford that.
Yeah, because the wages are quite low.
Are you trading the stock?
Forex.
Forex?
Yeah.
As a profession.
Very, very similar, yeah.
Forex trade. What do you think about UK property housing price, the changes?
I think it's a big scam. It's not worth the price, especially if you go to London and big cities. Obviously, it attracts a lot of people from all over the world, and that's really what they sell the properties on. But when you look at what the structures of the properties look compared to other countries, it's not worth the price. If that makes sense, yeah, it's not worth the price.
Remember to
Subscribe, ding dong, and like.
Thank you so much.
It's alright.